Hi there, and thanks for joining us. I'm Alexis Rogers. Today, things are starting to pick up on the roads and at the airport. MSP says tomorrow and Friday will be the busiest holiday travel days. The airport is sharing some tips to make things go a little bit more smoothly for you. That includes booking your parking spot now using MSP's website. If you're flying out of Terminal 1, you can save time by checking the wait times at both security checkpoints. Terminal 2 passengers can take advantage of MSP Reserve and reserve a spot in the security line for free. Another thing, if you're picking someone up or maybe dropping them off, the airport just added a second cell phone lot. It's only a 2-minute drive away. There you can park for free.
It really helps on the congestion, and if more people do that, it really helps the flow coming in and out of the airport.
And a balloon artist and face painter will be at the airport tomorrow afternoon throughout the week. There will also be music and dance performances as well. Just more than 3 hours ago, we learned the Minnesota Ice Festival is canceled this year because of the warm start to the season. Organizers said that they've decided to stop construction, citing safety concerns. The ice is already in Egan and under insulation, so when it gets colder outside, organizers are still hoping to use it in some sort of celebration. Anyone who bought tickets or gift cards for the festival will automatically be refunded. We're taking another live look this sunny afternoon in the metro, and we're ending fall with highs squeezing into the 40s. Ben has our forecast.
Well, it is turning out to be a sunny Wednesday and temperatures peaking over the next hour or so near 40 degrees. We're going to stay sunny through sundown before clouds start to increase later on this evening. And this is about as bright as the forecast gets. Forecast calls for quite a bit of cloud cover moving through over the next couple of days. But a streak of 40-degree temperatures begins today and is going to last through the upcoming holiday weekend. Mostly dry forecast, at least until we get through Saturday. Once we get into Sunday and Monday, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, a wet and rainy Christmas is expected as a slow-moving storm system gives us not only wet weather, but also the potential for record heat. We'll talk more about that in your main weather coming up in a few minutes.
Hey, happy Wednesday. So let's take a look at the maps here. I was just tracking a crash over in Minnetonka. It was really slowing down traffic, but that has cleared in the past few minutes here. If you take a look at the whole map, the whole metro, things are looking good. Not too many slowdowns, so you can check your own route here. I know we were just talking about holiday travel, so let's take a look here at 94 eastbound. Not too many cars out on the roads, things smooth sailing. If you're about to head out for lunch, I'll be back in a few minutes talking about your drive times. Alexis?
Cece, thank you. Just hours ago, police sent out new information about a deadly shooting yesterday in Minneapolis. Shortly after 6:30 last night, police were called to Newton Avenue North. Officers say they found one man with gunshot wounds who died at the scene. The SWAT team was called to a nearby abandoned building, but they have not found a suspect. In a separate shooting, Minneapolis police tell us bullets hit the New Horizon Academy daycare at 34th and Penn Avenue North. They say someone fired several rounds in the area. The shots blew out at least one window of the daycare while Santa was visiting children inside. We're told no one in the daycare was hurt. Investigators are looking for answers after 3 underage women were drugged at a bar in Dinkytown. Minneapolis officers were called to Hennepin Healthcare between midnight and 4 a.m. Sunday for 3 women who felt sick with similar symptoms and alcohol-related issues. One of them told police she started to feel bad after taking a drink from a person at the bar. An expert at Hennepin Healthcare tells us that because symptoms of being drugged are similar to being heavily intoxicated, many times people do not always seek medical care.
I know I'm not comfortable with it happening at all, but we do see it a fair amount. They may be conscious, they may be talking to you, but they might not be fully aware, and they may be experiencing some pronounced symptoms of drug facilitation.
Something you can keep track of is how you would normally feel after a certain amount of alcohol. If it's not adding up, you might want to look out for help. And if you think someone else has been drugged, it's important that you do not leave them alone. This weekend, the community is invited to join a vigil to remember and honor Tu Jiezhong. The well-known activist in the Hmong community was kidnapped and murdered in South America earlier this month. The vigil is scheduled for Saturday from 4 to 8 at East Ridge High School in Woodbury. Speakers and performers will share stories that capture the essence of who Zhang was and the ways that he contributed to his community. In a historic decision from the Colorado Supreme Court, former President Donald Trump is no longer a presidential candidate in the state. In a 4-3 ruling, justices determined Trump is disqualified from holding office because of the Capitol insurrection on January 6th. Trump has not yet responded, but his campaign says they do plan to appeal at the U.S. Supreme Court.
This is more jet fuel for this campaign. Every time he's had an interaction with the legal system, he has seen a boost among Republicans.
Colorado election officials say the matter has been resolved by January 5th. It has to be resolved by January 5th. That's the deadline for eligible candidates. Well, right now, President Biden is in Wisconsin for his third visit this year. He's stopping in Milwaukee to talk about his Investing in America plan and how it will impact small businesses. The White House says under Biden, Americans have filed a record 14.6 million new business applications, 178,000 of them in Wisconsin. This is set to be a pretty quick trip, with the president expected to be back in D.C. this evening. Well, the Salvation Army's Red Kettle campaign wraps up this weekend, but right now organizers say they're $700,000 short of their goal. The Salvation Army says inflation has had an impact on donations. If you'd like to help, Red Kettles will remain out until Saturday. You don't even need to have cash. A lot of the kettles have tap technology and QR codes that can be scanned to donate digitally. You could also give to their $1 million community challenge, which is aiming to raise an additional $1 million by New Year's Eve.